Hey YouTube, welcome to the Subprime to Prime YouTube channel. Here, our focus is to get you from subprime to prime, and that all starts with knowing where you want to go on your financial journey. This is for information and educational purposes only and is not intended to be financial or legal advice. Alright, let's get into it. In this video, we're going to talk about protecting your data. So, right now, data is considered to be the new oil, and it is crucial that you protect it so that bad actors don't come in and steal your identity and take all that you worked so hard to get. So what we're going to talk about is some things you can do to mitigate, the data breaches and things like that. Now, there's some caveats and things beyond our control that we cannot, help. Like when major organizations or companies get breached and our information is floating around out there waiting for someone to seize an opportunity to take advantage. Well, we're going to talk about a few things that you can do to help strengthen your overall data protection. Okay, so information is often stored and shared and accessed online. We all know that. We have bank accounts, we do online banking, and so many other things that we do every day. Even our emails and our texts and the things that are on our cell phones and laptops, and we use them at the airport, we use them when we're at the grocery store or wherever, whatever we're doing in our daily lives. And one of the first things you can do to try and curtail would-be bad actors is use strong passwords. That's kind of goes without saying. I know it's easier to try to get things that you remember, but nowadays with how things that you use, like children's birthdays, your birthdays, some people still use partial social security numbers, which I absolutely don't recommend, but and names of pets and children and whatever have you. Your passwords have to be strong, and I mean, you have to have letters, numbers, capitals, symbols, all kinds of stuff in there to make them way more airtight. And I recommend that sometimes you can use a password generator where they make them super strong, and then you try and store them in both a digital and a handwritten format, so just in case technology fails, you still have some sort of ledger to refer to if that happens. So creating super strong passwords is key to helping prevent bad actors from getting into your email and different sites that you log into. Enable two-factor authentication. So when you have two-factor authentication, you have your phone on you. It's not 100% foolproof, but it works pretty well, and it's in real time. If you don't do it within a certain amount of minutes, they reallocate the authentication. So if the code isn't inputted in a certain amount of seconds or whatever have you, they will not authorize the activity. So whenever you do two-factor, it is super, super important that, you have lockouts on your cell phone with your fingerprint, or, a code that only or one of the design pads that help make it easy that so someone else can have your phone and get that authentication. Regularly update your software and devices. If you leave your some people don't turn off their laptops or phones, they just always constantly charging without rebooting and getting your regularly scheduled updates because they're in the middle of something, they don't have time for an update. They're crucial so that someone isn't breaching your information through your commonly used devices. So regularly updating is essential for you to fix patches and things like that may make your devices vulnerable. encrypt your data. Using encryption tools to secure sensitive data is also going to help. And many operating systems and applications offer built-in encryption features that you can use, so that's super helpful. Back up your data in case you have a crash or something goes wrong, you lose your phone. Always have a backup in a cloud software that you trust to have your pictures, certain types of information. And inside of some cloud-based software, they offer encryption, so that even if someone were to get in the cloud, they would need to still have to break through encryption to get the information that you have stored there. Be cautious with email links. Email links can lead to a whole host of different problems. When retrieving data through there, you're going to want to make sure it's a trusted source that you're getting the links from. Otherwise, don't open them. If they look suspicious, isn't it better to be careful than sorry? So if it looks suspicious, don't open it. If it's important, they'll resend and give you a little bit more clarification on why you should be opening. Your Wi-Fi network. You want to secure your Wi-Fi network and use WPA3 encryption if it's available, and regularly change your default login credentials for your router, so that you don't get complacent and they can get in and hack into your network right at home. And another thing you can do is using a virtual private network, a VPN, and it encrypts your internet connection, so it makes it more difficult for hackers to intercept your data. This is especially important when using like public Wi-Fi. If you have a VPN on your phone, boom, it secures you from being hacked by some would-be hacker that's sitting in a table 6 feet away from you or whatever, trying to get into your app. Let's say you're checking your balance on your bank account. That is an easy entry into stealing all of your cash. So use a VPN whenever you have the opportunity to do so. And review your app's permissions. Some of the permissions on your phone apps, your computer apps, when you give them permission, sometimes you are just giving away the farm. Like literally you're saying, hey, we can take your contacts, your photos, we can use whatever we want so that you can play this game or whatever. So really look at what you're authorizing certain apps to be able to do on your phone or device. Ensure that the physical access to your devices are safe. You don't want your phone just laying around on a counter at Starbucks or whatever. Just always keep your things within within reach, so that you don't risk someone doing a switcheroo or whatever, hacking into your information and stealing credit card information, stealing banking information, and all those fun things that they like to do. And always educate yourself. Stay informed of common cyber threats, and best practices online for online security, and then be aware of potential risks that help you make better informed decisions about your day-to-day activities. And then monitor your accounts. Look out for unusual logins and things like that. If someone logged in and they're in New Jersey, you didn't do it, you already know what to do. And we often get super spammed with texts when you authorize or give your phone number to let's say someone's doing a webinar and you want to check it out and they are requesting your phone number. It depends. If that webinar is that important to you and you feel like you can do it, sometimes having a burner or something like that to give a text to, because sometimes they check to make sure the phone number is authentic. But you know what? You don't always have to give your personal phone number. Having a burner or a secondary phone works like a charm. Or using a Google number or one of those other virtual phone numbers work just as well. You don't always have to give your personal information out in that scenario. And for more tips on all things financial, hop on over to our free platform on School, Subprime to Prime, and please give a like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks so much. Have a good one.